Bullying. Have you been bullied? Are you a bully? Do you boss other people around? Do people boss you around? Teachers, mom, dad, older brother, older sister, your boss? Who bullies you? And who do you bully? Is it okay to bully people? And what to do about bullying? To answer one of those questions, is it okay to bully? The answer is no. This is uncivilized behavior. Bullying is what adults do to get other people to do what they want them to do. It's an authoritarian type of behavior. It includes intimidation, threats, domination, looking down at other people, insulting them, treating them rudely and disrespectfully, treating them like they're not worth as much as you, treating them like tools, like subhumans. All of that is uncivilized and just barbaric behavior. And it should not be tolerated in schools or in the workplace. And parents should not teach bullying by example. Parents, this is where it starts. Parents should teach kids how to socialize politely and kindly, using explanations, kindness, and relationships to work together, where we learn how to compromise, we learn each other's points of view, and then we agree to something in the middle where everyone has a little bit. So instead of one person getting everything they want and one person getting nothing they want, instead, each person gets a little of what they want. That's compromise. And that's the way it should be, and that's the right way to do it. And what often happens, especially among spouses, is you have one who, even if he or she seems soft-spoken and quiet, through refusing to cooperate, through just sheer obstinance and refusing to do anything to help, that's a form of bullying. They're being uncooperative. They refuse to compromise, and that other person gets nothing. So, in other words, the person who refuses to negotiate is saying, I want everything and nobody else can have anything unless I get everything. So that's uncivilized behavior. That's also called bratty, spoiled, childish behavior. And these are all just little control games that people learn how to play at a young age. And parents should teach their kids. It is something that parents should be teaching, not teachers at school, not the Sunday school teacher, but the parents should be first leading by example. And before they even have kids, parents should learn how to work with each other, socialize politely, without being rude to each other, negotiate and compromise with each other. And if they decide to get married, that should be done in the first year or two before they decide to have a kid. And if one of those parents turns out to be obstinate and refuses to cooperate and refuses to compromise in any way, they should not have kids. In fact, I would suggest they politely dissolve that marriage and go their separate ways. Because people who refuse to cooperate or compromise should not be married. Those are the people that should stay single and should, get everything they want in the way they want it, because those are very selfish people. People that are cooperative and know how to negotiate should be paired up with others who are cooperative and cooperate. Those people work the best together. So that's just a word to the wise if you're not married yet. For those who have kids, start now. Just especially if you're that obstinate person, please grow up. Stop being obstinate. Learn how to give to your spouse. Be kind to him or her. Learn how to compromise. That is, let them have what they want sometimes. Show acts of kindness to them. If you're the wife, make him a sandwich. Bring him a beer. Massage his feet. Say kind things to him. Encourage him. If he likes to do something like car racing or play in a band, watch football, play football, whatever he loves to do, be supportive. Enjoy being with him and be happy that he enjoys something and enjoy what he likes with him. And conversely, for the woman, guys, if she really enjoys doing something like, say, cross-stitching or jet skiing or shopping or whatever it may be, support her. See what she does, ask her questions about it. Be part of her life. Both of you be part of each other's life. So, sometimes, he will be learning how to cross stitch. Other times she will be, learning how to play the guitar, for example. Okay. And that's the best kind of relationship. And do that, learn how to do that. And that would be a great example for your kids to show them how two adults learn how to negotiate and cooperate and compromise, working with each other. So there's give and take on both sides. And that is a very good sign of maturity. And it just brings in all sorts of love and kindness and civility to the whole family. So parents, it's really, everything hinges on you. So please, if you haven't done this already, learn how to ask questions and step out of your own little comfort zone and for a short while, just stop doing what brings you enjoyment and watch your wife. See what she enjoys doing. Ask her questions. Sit down with her. Learn what she likes to do. Learn about it. And, on the other side of it, ladies, stop just doing what you enjoy doing and find out what your husband likes doing. And for both of you, find more about each other's past. Ask about each other's high school days, elementary school days. Were you bullied? And your parents. Ask each other about your parents. Did you like your mom or your dad? What were your relationships? And then your siblings. Ask about your siblings and your histories. Just learn about each other. And that'll help to know who that person is going forward. And, there might be some baggage in there. And if there is, then don't use that as, an X against that person, but rather use that as a understanding so that you can help them cope with that, whatever it might be, whatever the baggage is. And don't think that you're the one that doesn't have any baggage. Okay, that often happens with one of the spouses. They assume that the other person is the problem. The other person needs to get fixed. The other person needs to compromise. The other person needs to fix themselves. And unfortunately, both spouses have work to do. No matter how great you think you are, you also, both spouses, you included, need work on you. So each spouse needs to look in the mirror and ask themselves, what am I doing to cause problems in my family? And how can I stop being a problem? What can I do or stop doing that would make a more peaceful, enjoyable, relaxed family? And ask others. Ask your spouse, what am I doing that really annoys you? Ask one of your kids, what really frustrates you about me? What do I do that you wish I would stop doing? And create an approachable, be approachable. Okay, that's the idea. Be an approachable person. In other words, don't use anger, don't use consequences, don't use hostility or any of that stuff to control other people's behavior. Because when you do that, people are afraid, they walk on eggshells, they pretend everything's fine, and they just want to get away from you. So just be relaxed and don't get angry when people say things that you don't like. People do not have to agree with everything you say, and don't make that an expectation. Be okay with people with other opinions. Don't try to correct them. Don't try to point out where they're wrong. Allow them to have their opinion. And remember, you just have an opinion as well. Your opinion is no better than theirs. So stop assuming that somehow you're right and everyone's wrong, because that is not the case. You are not the only right person in the world, okay? Nor are there even any right people in the world. We are just people. We were born and someday we'll die. We each have an opinion, and each person has the right to their opinion, and nobody has the right to say whether one opinion is right or wrong. And so please stop doing that and learn how to listen to a person's opinion, ask questions about their opinion so you can learn about that person, and turn off your little judger. Don't be a critic of their opinion. Don't compare it to yours and then try to correct their opinion so it matches yours. And also, don't get mad if they don't match up to your opinion. In other words, you state your opinion, and then they say, well, I don't think the same way. Don't be mad because they have a differing opinion. Be okay with it. Allow people to be separate from you and to have differing opinions. That's part of civilized behavior, and it takes self-discipline to do that. So that'll take some work. But we have to be humble. That's the main thing that will make that happen. You have to know that you are not always right. You are not, just because you think you know something doesn't mean you know something as a fact, okay? It means you're arrogant. It means you're a know-it-all. It means you're irritating. It means people don't want to be around you when you're a know-it-all and when you presume to know everything and when you go around being the grammar police and trying to correct everyone. Or when, if someone is in the middle of sharing a fun fact or some little piece of history with someone, and then you think it's your place to interrupt them because you have something important to say. You need to be respectful of other people's right to speak and share a thought, and you need to wait. Hold your thought, allow them to speak, listen to them, listen to other people as they speak. Just because you want to say something doesn't mean that everyone else is expected or has to listen to you. Don't think that you are somehow better than other people, because you're not. Stop thinking that you're better than others. Listen to other people and get some self-control on your mouth, okay? Let others speak, and then when it's the right time, you can speak your thoughts. But we really need to work on listening, because as we all know, everyone likes to talk, right? But very few actually are self-controlled and listen to what that person says. And you could even go further. After you listened and actually understood what that other person said, you could ask them follow-up questions about what they just said. So instead of trying to make it all about you and forcing people to listen to your opinion, for a change, try this. Listen to other people's opinions and ask them more about your opinion. That way you can understand them better. By doing that, you're setting a good example so that they, in turn, will see what you just did, and they might start doing the same thing, where they'll sit and listen to you and understand exactly what you just said, and they'll ask questions and show true interest in your opinion and ask why you think that way. Wouldn't that be nice if people were actually interested in your opinion and why you think this? And not as a tool for trying to change your opinion, but just to understand you better. And so I really think that really would help with civilized conversations, socialization, just listening to the other person and asking questions. Make the conversation about the other person, not about you. And if we all did that, we would all be learning about each other, right? Instead of trying to force our thoughts into other people with nobody listening. So everybody's talking, but nobody's listening. That really, you're not really getting anywhere that way. So I hope some of this helps, and I'll stop talking myself now. And if you could please do the like and subscribe thing if you just somehow happen across this video years down the road. Hopefully I'm still alive, and I'll still appreciate it, of course. And definitely let me know what your opinion is and what you think. I'm always interested in other people's opinions. Thank you. Bye-bye.